Well, this book, The Mentor Leader, really is a kind of a capsule summary of the great leadership lessons I've learned from my parents, from coaches that I played for, from teammates that I've been around, from leadership that I've seen on the football field, but I think it transfers into life, and that's the message, especially for our young people. You can lead in a positive way in the classroom, in the community. You can lead in your families, and you don't have to be the captain of the team or the head coach to be a leader.
This is 3 books in 3 years. Is this your calling now?
Well, it is a little bit hard to believe because I was not proficient in English and in school and that kind of thing, but it's been fun, and I have been very, very gratified to get letters from people all over the world who have said that a certain passage in one of the books or a certain chapter really helped them in something they were going through. So it's fun and it's rewarding.
How does this book differ from the past 2 books that you've written, and how has your writing kind of evolved over that time as well?
I think it's the same in that it tells stories to make examples and to make points, but the first book was really about my life and overcoming obstacles and keeping faith and keeping things in perspective. The second book, Uncommon, was really written to teenagers about not following the crowd, about daring to be different, following your dreams and following what God has put in your heart, and not worrying about what other people think. This book is really about leadership, and I think today when we hear that, we think of, well, this person's the boss, this person's in charge, how are you going to push people, motivate them, as opposed to how can you help people be better, how can you help the team play as well as they can play. That, to me, is what a real leader is all about.
I think the last time we talked to you, Northside, you had a couple of children's books out as well. Do you have any in the works for more children's books?
We do. We have a children's book that's coming out in January, my wife and I. It's going to be called You Can Be a Friend, and it really looks at being a friend and looking at what's inside of people and not looking at the differences that are on the surface. So we're excited about that. We're going to have a series of kids' books out. I don't know if this is going to be the last adult book or not. We'll see. I'm still kind of baffled that we have 3 out. So.
Yeah, what's the total up to now?
We're at 4 now with the 5th one, the second children's book coming out in January.
You write a lot about how to be a leader for the people that you're writing for, but a lot of people see you as a leader and as a role model. So what's that like to have people look up to you and have that responsibility?
It's something that you can't run away from, and something my dad told me. We talk about that in the book when I was very young, that don't follow the crowd if the crowd's not going where you want to go. Do the things that you enjoy, what's in your heart, and if the crowd's going a different way, you make the crowd follow you. And that's a message that, especially for our young people, that's hard because we all want to fit in, we want to be part of the group, but you have to be ready to stand up for what you believe in, but do it in the right way. Be a leader with the idea of helping other people, of not necessarily running out in front because I want to be in charge.
And it's probably no secret, most people know you as the Indianapolis Colts head coach. Do you miss it?
Well, I miss some things about it. I miss the players and the coaches, the staff that we had. When you spend 7 years with people and you're around them every day, those relationships are hard to break. So I feel like I'm that cousin that moved away now. I still hear from them occasionally, but I'm not in it day to day. And that's what I miss. I don't miss the job or the routine. I don't see myself coming back anytime soon. But I love to hear from the guys and talk to the players for sure.
Well, and you'll still be in the NBC broadcast booth, right?
I am. I'm looking forward to that on Sunday nights. That keeps me involved with the game and the NFL, and it's rewarding. I didn't know how it was going to be or how much fun it was going to be, but I love working with Dan Patrick and Rodney Harrison. We've had a lot of fun. They've taught me a lot, and I think we'll improve and get better as the show moves forward to year 2.
So you will be there tomorrow night?
No, we don't do the preseason. We open up on the 9th of September. We've got the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints, the kickoff game Thursday night in New Orleans, and that should be a lot of fun.
So the last thing I have for you is just you talked a little bit about this broadcasting, how you have another children's book in the works. So how do you balance everything, and what do you have planned here upcoming?
Well, that's the hard part, retiring from the NFL so you could spend more time at home, That's something that's really important to me. I have been busy. I've been asked to speak a lot of different places, high schools, college football teams, basketball teams, youth groups, and so you have to pick and choose what you take so you can still be home. My son decided to go to University of Oregon to play football, so I have to plan some West Coast trips to watch him. So I am kind of guarding my time, but it's been great. I have been home more than in the past and having fun.